Welcome to Ivanoff Retirement Insights with Paul and Travis Ivanoff. The father and son team at Ivanoff Advisors and Ivanoff Wealth Management helps clients grow and protect their wealth. Paul and Travis understand the importance of having tax-advantaged, reliable income in retirement, protecting your assets, and helping you achieve your retirement dreams. Now, Ivanoff Retirement Insights.
Welcome to another episode of the Ivanoff Retirement Insights podcast. My name is Casey, and I am here with my buddies, Paul Ivanoff, insurance agent with Ivanoff Advisors, and his son, Travis Ivanoff, investment advisor representative with Ivanoff Wealth Management. And they are here to break down some of the biggest retirement headlines from the week for us. So I always find spending habits and trends kind of fascinating, learning where Americans are spending their money. And I saw an article this week that kind of blew my mind. I wanted to chat with you guys about it. And it said that in 2025, the U.S. sports industry reached nearly $49 billion in revenue from tickets, merch, media, and sponsorships. Wallet Hub ranked Boston, L.A., Pittsburgh, New York, and Dallas as the top sports cities for fan support and spending, meaning money that people are spending on their teams that goes beyond just buying tickets to the game. So clearly, with these kind of numbers, we are willing to invest emotionally and financially in our favorite teams. But the interesting part to me is we don't always show that same enthusiasm for planning our financial future, even though it's something that we can get emotional about as well. So I'm curious here, guys, why do you think there's such a disconnect when it comes to seeking out a financial advisor? Why are people hesitant?
I really think it comes down to the accessibility online. ChatGPT, Google, you can research so many things now and be a DIYer and feel like you have it all under control. But that's something that I hear more and more these days as well. I had a client the other day in one of my meetings. As I was going through all of the different, the roadmap and the quadrants and talking about structure notes and annuities and growth stocks, I could see him on his phone Googling the things I'm talking about while we're talking.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was like, hey, do you want me just to put it up on I have a touchscreen computer in my office. I'm like, do you want me just to Google the same thing so I can see what you're looking at? So immediately he's like, well, I know what Travis is saying, but let me see what Google says. And chat's not always right. Google's not always right. You got to be asking the right questions and in the right frame of mind. So I think that a problem right now is that you're getting a lot of DIYers that think that they can build a retirement plan just by simply throwing it into chat. But we've been doing this a long time, and emotion comes into play. And a retirement plan isn't just about performance. It's making sure that you're, uncovering every rock. So in our office, to give you an idea of all the different things we're looking at, we have long-term care planning. We have retirement planning. We have investment planning. We have Medicare planning. We have cremation afterlife planning. We also bring in our different CPAs for a lot of tax planning. We have multiple different estate attorneys. So there's a lot of pieces that you have to weave in and out of your retirement plan once you're getting ready to retire or currently retired that all impact each other. If you set up the wrong tax plan, that'll have an impact on what you're going to leave to your kids and how you leave it to them with the different stretch IRA rules. If you don't have a trust, that's something you want to start off at. Make sure that your home is going to go to the people you love, right? So retirement planning is not simply about performance and throwing a couple things into Google and chat and thinking you're all good. Really, it's working with a professional and expert. We do this all day. We get people through the retirement journey. When you're working, it's easy to throw all your money in a 401k. And then all of a sudden, you got to start printing money from that 401k, and you got to be an expert in distribution models, and that's what we do all day. So I think that as much as the internet is a plus for those, if you're doing your own research and you don't know the right questions, or there's, the old saying, you don't know what you don't know, I think you can run into trouble when you're building your own retirement plan out.
Yeah, I think it's important. Most of our clients that are doing pretty well financially, they want to do a face-to-face. They feel more confident, and we're building trust, and we all want to see if it's a good fit for us. Good example is if people do their taxes online, do you think they would do better just going online or having an actual proactive tax planner, CPA? And from what we've seen with our clients, they do much better by getting someone that's proactive and instead of just cookie cutter online.
Well, of course. I mean, I can Google my symptoms and go to WebMD and self-diagnose myself. Does that mean I shouldn't go see a doctor? I can watch a YouTube video how to remodel my kitchen. Does that mean I should do it myself and not hire a professional? I mean, it's kind of crazy when you think about it, right?
Absolutely. There's an old saying I love. If you think it's expensive to hire a professional, try hiring an amateur.
There you go. I like that. No, but it's really interesting to think about all the reasons why people are hesitant to seek advice. And it makes me think about this emotional side of retirement that we talk about, because we often say how emotional it can be, yet so many people don't realize it until they're actually in it. And I think those feelings can create real barriers to making good decisions sometimes. So I'm wondering how you guys help your clients break through those emotional barriers should they come to you with them.
Well, one of the things is that what we're finding out when clients come to see us is that the husbands and wives are usually on different pages.
Right.
They really haven't discussed this. So one of the things we try to get across is that, hey, have a good talk. See what you both want out of life and what you want your retirement to look like. And then we can help develop a plan for you. It's amazing how often we bring that up on the first appointment, and they look at each other like a deer in the headlight. They've never brought it up before. This should have been brought up way prior to meeting with us, so we at least bring that point across and get the ball rolling.
Yeah, I think that's a solid point, because oftentimes when we ask them, what are your goals? What do you think about in retirement? We get differentiating answers, and then the question comes up, do you want to help the kids now, or do you want to leave them money when you pass away? I want to help them right now. And the husband goes, no, I earned all mine. They'll have to wait till we're gone. So you start to realize no one's on the same page.
Yeah, they're like, what kid? I mean, do we want all the kids? Do we want to help them all? There are some we don't, we don't like the direction they're going.
There.
We hear that.
He was just looking at me when he said that.
No, Travis is one of the ones I really like.
All with the side eye.
Yeah. And I think another thing is people are just afraid of the unknown. And a lot of times they don't know if they can retire. So they'd rather just kind of keep their head in the sand and be like, well, if I never ask, I'll never have to find out. So when we have clients come in and say, hey, we put off our plan, we're afraid of hearing the bad news. In that first meeting, they said the relief came once they finally realized where they actually stood. And then now we can start formulating a plan. But if you never address it, if you never sit down with a professional like Paul and myself, you might have been able to retire a couple of years ago. I had a meeting earlier in the week, and we found out that the client cannot touch their money for until they actually retire. But thankfully, after we built all of the planning, I'm like, look, you will make more in retirement than you do currently working. So it's up to you. If you really like your job and you like those people you work with, going again to that social kind of circle, for sure, keep doing it. But if not, you could pull the retirement trigger whenever you want, retire now, and then from there, you'll be making more money than what you're currently bringing in while working. And that's a sigh of relief. And that happens more often than you would even think. A lot of people don't know they can actually retire sooner than they think. And the other part of that is, if you can't, we're not going to sugarcoat it. We'll have a nice conversation about it, but I am very transparent. I don't want to fill hopes and dreams and be responsible with your hopes and dreams when I don't think it's really something you can do. So having an honest conversation about where you are, how do you get to where you want to go is important, and that's what we do in our office every day.
Yeah, so you don't want to just keep kicking the can down the road. We see it quite often with our clients, and by the time we're done with our retirement roadmap, quite often they're looking at us like, wow, we kicked the can down the road for so long, and we didn't have to do all that. We could have kicked it much less of a time.
All these things that the guys are talking about is exactly why it is so important for you to schedule some time with a professional and talk through your specific situation, because no two situations are the same. 714-452-1955 is how you do it. Your personalized Ivanoff Retirement Roadmap is waiting for you. All you've got to do is be the one to make the call. 714-452-1955. We've got Ashley and Amber standing by at the office, ready to find you that time on the calendar that works for you. 714-452-1955 or online at ivanoffinsights.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Ivanoff Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor firm. Registration is not an endorsement by security regulators. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance products, including annuities offered through Travis Ivanoff, California CRD number 325275. The firms are separate entities. Annuity guarantees rely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company and are not offered by Ivanoff Wealth Management Incorporated. Read your contract for restrictions, limitations, or penalties. Ivanoff Wealth Management is not licensed in all 50 states. To find out if Ivanoff Wealth Management is licensed In your state, please call 714-553-1490. Ivanoff Advisors is not affiliated with Ivanoff Wealth Management Incorporated. Advisory services are offered by Travis Ivanoff through Ivanoff Wealth Management. Insurance services are offered by Paul Ivanoff through Ivanoff Advisors. The aforementioned are unaffiliated companies.
All content is for information purposes only. It is not intended to provide any tax or legal advice or provide the basis for any financial decisions, nor is it intended to be a projection of current or future performance or indication or future results.